So if you didn't already know, AI can do a lot, but one of my favorite ways of using it is to see what the future might look like. And today I'm going to be putting Google's newest AI model to the test and expose exactly what is going to happen with digital products in 2026. As you guys already know, I'm a big, huge believer in digital products. I've been using them, building them, and launching them for the past 7 or 10 years. And every year, I'm still curious to know what is coming next. So today, we're going to find out together. Now, first things first, what I'm going to do is just go on to Google Gemini. If you didn't know by now, Google has updated Gemini with the 3.0 version. And because Google is the biggest search engine in the entire world, we can use this model when it comes to trying to get an understanding of what trends are happening, what's happening in the background, things that we might not be thinking about. So that's one of the ways that I like to use this tool. And I'm just going to start off by entering in a simple prompt. I'm just going to type this in. What this says is, give me 5 predictions for the future of digital products in 2026. Explain the big changes you think are coming and how it will affect how people create and launch digital products. Put it in an interactive chart. Now, this is where Gemini stands out amongst some other AI tools, because what you can do is click into the tools button over here and then click on canvas and then click on submit. And what it should start doing is building out the interactive dashboard that you're going to be able to use when it comes to getting a clearer view. So as always, I'm just going to wait for it to finish. Shouldn't take more than a couple seconds, and I'm going to be back ASAP. All right, there we go. So it seems to have finished exactly what I told it to do. And the way I'm able to see that is because the preview button is now available for me to click. And of course, if you want to do the exact same thing that you're seeing me do right now, you just need to go over to gemini.google.com. You don't need an account. All you need is a Gmail email address. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to sign up or anything like that. You're going to be able to start using it straight away. So I'm just going to click on preview and let's see what it was able to do. Okay, here we go. So these are all of the different results. First thing that I'm going to do is just make it full screen so that we can get a better look. To do that, I just need to click on share and then click into this link. All right, so that's much better. And these are the 5 predictions that it came back with. So on your screen, it's going to be blurred because what I want to do is just go through each one by one. I want to give my thoughts on them. I want to give you guys some context when it comes to each one. And hopefully by the end of this, you're going to get a better understanding of what is happening with digital products in 2026. So let's start off with this one over here, which is that the digital media market is set to continue growing. So if we just click into it, Gemini is going to be able to give us all this information. So this is really helpful when it comes to just giving us an idea of exactly what is going on, because what it's done is showing us the digital product revenues when it comes to the early 2000s up until 2025, and it's forecasting what's going to happen by 2030. And it goes without saying that since 2000, there has been a steady growth year after year. So this is 2025, this is 2026. So there's definitely been an increase and a growth when it comes to the sales that have been generated. But in terms of what's going to happen over the next 5 years, we can see that it's going to reach record numbers. And this is definitely one of the foundational reasons why I'm a big believer in the digital product space. More and more people are showing interest in it. You know, it's only set to grow. And this is why I make videos like this, to give you guys all of this information. But swiftly moving on to one of the next predictions, according to Google Gemini, when it comes to all of this digital product stuff, which is the fact that it believes that AI is going to simplify creation. Now, what's interesting about this is that this is what I've been speaking about on this channel for the past few months. If you didn't notice, I speak a lot about AI, and I also speak a lot about digital products, because I believe that there's a correlation when it comes to the two. And the main correlation is due to the fact that AI has definitely simplified so many different elements of it. Now, I built my first ever successful digital product back in 2017. And back then I had to do everything manually. I had to come up with the overall design. I had to sit there for many, many months constructing everything. But AI has definitely taken away all of that and has shortened it down so that you can focus on what truly matters. And what you can see on the screen right now is what I believe to be the basics of what you need to do when it comes to planning, building, and launching a digital product. And AI is going to be able to help with everything. So I'm just going to quickly go through it just so that you fully understand, especially if you're new to all of this digital product stuff. So let's start off with one of the first elements in this blueprint, which is the fact that tools like Gemini can help you when it comes to planning. Similar to what I just showed you now with the prediction prompt that I entered into Gemini, you can do the exact same thing when it comes to building out an entire blueprint. It's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is enter the right prompt. There's a quiz that you can fill out, copy and paste into Gemini. It's going to know exactly what type of digital product you want to build, and it's going to give you all of the steps in a checklist that you need to follow. So that's one way that AI simplifies the whole digital product space. Secondly, when it comes to actually building out your digital product, you guys already know there's so many different ways that you can do it. You can either use ChatGPT. Of course, it depends on what type of digital product you're looking to make. If it's a spreadsheet, you can use ChatGPT. It's going to be able to build out an entire fully functional spreadsheet. You can also use a tool like Gamma if you're looking to maybe write an ebook, maybe you're looking to create some sort of video info product. It literally just takes a prompt. You just go into something like Gamma, enter a prompt, and from there it's going to design and structure everything. And then from that point, you can turn the foundation of what Gamma gave you into an AI video using a tool like Descript. And I'm sure you guys already know exactly what I'm going to say. If you wanted to build a website a year ago, 2 years ago, it would have taken you maybe a few months for you to learn how to code. Maybe you would have had to have hired some sort of expensive web designer, but now you don't have to do that with the power of AI. Same thing goes when it comes to getting traffic. If you want to use something like Instagram Reels, maybe you want to post images on Instagram, there's tools like Nano Banana. You can clone yourself, you can clone your voice. The list is really endless when it comes to using AI in conjunction with Instagram for you to get traction going towards your digital product. And I'm sure by now all of you know about a tool called ManyChat. ManyChat is an AI automation tool that you can use when it comes to automating your DMs so that you can turn people that are interested in your digital product into actual customers. So this is another way that you can use AI. And finally, you can also use AI when it comes to email marketing. AI can write your emails. AI can even respond to your emails. AI is a truly powerful thing that I would say is one of the biggest opportunities since the internet existed. But yeah, I would definitely say that Gemini has hit the mark with this one in terms of its prediction in saying that AI is going to simplify the entire digital product process. But moving on to the next prediction, which is going to be the rise of niche solutions. And this is another thing that I've been speaking about a lot on this channel, which is the fact that if you're thinking about building any type of digital product, you want to make sure that you're focused on solving a hyper-specific problem. The issue with most people is that they think a bit too broad. They want to help too many people, when if you're able to niche down, people are instantly going to know what your digital product solves, and it's going to instantly resonate with them or not, but you're going to be able to attract people that actually care about what your digital product is about. And to give you an example of what I'm talking about, let's say if I wanted to write a brand new ebook, of course using a tool like Gamma, because if you didn't know, it's able to produce an ebook within a matter of seconds. I can go onto it just like this and enter a prompt, something along the lines of create an ebook with the following title, How to Grow on Instagram. Now, I would say that this is definitely too broad. People are going to see it and not know if it's going to help them in the exact situation that they're in. However, on the other hand, if I wanted to be a little bit more specific, I may want to title it something along the lines of how to go from 0 to 10K followers on Instagram. The fact that I've been specific like this is instantly going to allow people to know what type of result they're going to get if they was to purchase this particular ebook. So of course, from this point, I can click on generate outline and I can get the ebook produced. And I've already done this as a demonstration. So this is a website that I built not too long ago using Hostinger's AI website builder. And I'm currently on the mobile view just to kind of give you an insight into what it looks like. But right here, as we can see, I've got the complete growth guide when it comes to Instagram success. And this is the mindset that you guys need to have with any type of digital product that you're thinking about building. You don't want to make it too broad. You want to make sure that it's hyper specific so that anyone that comes across it is going to know if it's going to solve their problem or not. But let's move on to the fourth prediction for digital products according to Google Gemini, which is interactive products. So this is something else that I've noticed, which is the fact that old static digital products that are not really customized, are not personalized, may not do as well in 2026 as what they would have done in previous years. And let me show you exactly what I mean. So if I just go onto Canva, this is an example of a social media plan. And I'm not saying that they can't perform well. Of course, people are still going to succeed with them. But I would say something like this is a little bit too basic. Most people that I've come across with the different digital products that I'm offering want an interactive, personalized experience. So let's use this example. Let's say if I wanted to build something similar to this, but I wanted it to be more personalized, more customized, and more interactive. What I could do is use a tool like Horizons, and I'm just going to enter this prompt. As you can see, I've told it that I want an interactive digital planner when it comes to helping content creators, specifically people on Instagram, and I want it to have all of these different specifics. And I can also add something like this where I've said, and I also want it to include a personalized motivational message on each day mentioning their name. So this, of course, is going to add a lot of value to it, and it's going to allow the person to know that the planner has been built for them. So let's see what it's going to be able to come back with. Let me just click on enter. So just like that, as you can see, it's already gone straight to work to start writing out all of the code. And as soon as it's done, I'm going to be back ASAP and show you the results. All right, perfect. So here we go. This is the interactive planner to help people with their Instagram content. So if I just make it full screen, let's get a better look. Okay. So as we can see, initially it's going to ask a couple questions. So let's fill this out together. Just going to enter Sam. I'm going to say that I post 5 times a week. I post reels. My niche is, let's say, business. And I'm going to say I post in the evening, and I'm going to click on get started. Okay, so initially it's got this calendar view, which is really good. So if I click into any one of these different days, let's click into the 25th. Right there, we can see that it's got a custom message when it comes to motivating me to keep posting on Instagram. And it's also come back with content ideas as well. And of course, because it's a daily planner, it's going to have all of these different sections where people can enter whatever information they want, and they can save it, and they're going to be able to refer back to it whenever they need to. So yeah, the point of this is if you're able to make your digital product interactive, it may perform better than if it was going to be static. But of course, it all depends on your niche. It depends on who you're trying to reach, and it just depends on the digital product. But let's move on to the 5th and final prediction for digital products in 2026. And if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. So the 5th one, according to Gemini, is going to be the fact that more people should or are going to be using AI agents in their workflows. Now, for those of you that's not really sure of what an AI agent is, it's something that you can build that's going to automate certain tasks of your whole digital product process. To be honest, it's something that I need to be using more of myself. There's certain things that I'm doing manually that I shouldn't necessarily be doing, or maybe I've got employees that are doing it for me that they don't need to be doing. So AI agents are definitely something that I should be using, you should be using, and more people are going to be using when it comes to saving time, energy, and money. And just to give you a basic introduction to AI agents, if you're completely new to this whole thing, let me just go over to make.com. So make.com is the website, the software, whatever you want to call it, that I use when it comes to building real AI agents that are working for me in the background. Again, I still need to build many, many more. It's completely free to use. I may leave it linked down below. You can check it out, and it's going to be able to do so many different things. So let me show you this sequence that I've set up. Now, it may look a little bit complicated, but what this one is going to be able to do is help you when it comes to automating blog articles that are going to be published on a website. So building something like this is definitely useful if you're looking to get traffic from SEO. So you can build something like this. Another one that I've built is something simple when it comes to generating daily images for a faceless Instagram account using Google Gemini, and those images get sent to a Google Drive. And the good thing about make.com is that you can automate the entire thing. If you want it to run in the background and make these images or post blog articles or whatever you want it to do on a daily basis at the exact same time, you could just schedule it down here. And just generally speaking, when it comes to being able to use all of these different agents, there's so many different use cases. So if I just go over to a blank page, if I just click on this plus icon, as we can see, there's all of these different platforms, all of these different tools and softwares that you're used to. For example, Notion, we've got Instagram if you want to schedule, post, going live on your Instagram on a daily basis. We've got Facebook. There's also YouTube. You could just click into it and see exactly what triggers you can set up. If you want to upload a YouTube video, if you want to change a YouTube thumbnail, delete a video, so on and so forth. There's going to be all of these different options that you can automate using an AI agent. So the possibilities are truly endless when it comes to all of these different AI agents that you can build with all of these different websites. So you just need to make sure that you have a firm understanding of your digital product business, what you're trying to do, the person that you're trying to reach, and also decide if AI agents is something that you need in the early stages. Even though Gemini has come back and said that this is going to be a prediction for 2026, it doesn't mean that you need to overwhelm yourself with it if you're a complete beginner. My advice to any beginner out there is to focus on the most important things in the early days. That's going to be planning your digital product, building it out, and making sure that you've built the platform where it's going to be hosted. If you focus on these things, you can then now focus on traffic, try and do things manually, try and get a firm grip on what's going on. And then from there, you can now start implementing AI agents once you've started to build up momentum. But for the most part, I would say that these are some of the important things that you need to know when it comes to the world of digital products. Of course, there's some other things, and I've got another video coming out real soon where I'm going to share my own personal predictions. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss that video. And if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, well, in this video, I'm going to break down step by step what you need to know when it comes to being able to build everything that we've spoken about today in a lot more detail. You're going to be able to check that out by clicking the link right there. Watch that straight after this. It's already helped out so many people. And I'm sure if you're able to watch it from start to finish, it's also going to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.